sometimes I get kind of off topic and when I'm talking or whatever, it's like I just be I be long winded and stuff. I try not to be, but sometimes I get off subject. So I wanted to come back and talk about what is a friend. In this video, I'm going to talk about what a true friend is and one of the truest friends I ever had. Like for example, the truest friend I've ever had was a guy. He was a gay guy. He probably doesn't even know that or whatever, but he was a real true friend because I don't really, I'm not saying I don't get along with females because I can get along with anybody. I can pick up on a person's energy if they just not a hater or a negative or whatever. But it's like in the past, girls that I tend to be cool with, they'll sometimes end up having like this underlying jealousy for me and stuff like that. And it don't have nothing to do with this was even when I didn't have my own car, which I don't now or whatever anymore, or my own place or whatever. They had way more than me. It was just some about especially like I'm not trying to be rude, but certain black females, not all other races, I just saying I get along with all the races, but sometimes black females, and this is way from when I was in school, I don't really like mesh well with certain females. If I do get like cool with a black female, they gotta be like a certain type of black female. They gotta kind of have be like for example, what type of okay, this is gonna sound silly, but if I was to be cool with black female, they kind of gotta be not look wise because I don't care about that. They gotta kind of have like a certain type of personality, kind of like how that girl was on Half and Half. Remember the girl with the big bushy hair or whatever, like something like that. Like not saying the look wise, but the way she think, they're kind of like quirky or whatever. And they don't necessarily be quirky. It's like they just have to be real on a certain extent. I'll kind of get along with a black girl, kind of like the girl from Girlfriends, the weird one. I forgot her name, Lynn or whatever, something like that. I don't get along with certain black women. I just don't, and it don't have nothing to do with me being a colorist and nothing like that. Because it's like it's bright skinned girls out there that be sometimes in beautiful girls that be hating too. In general, it's about the character of a person that like that I can like ride with or whatever. It don't have nothing to do with no color, don't have nothing to do with you pretty or whatever. Just in general, the overall character of a person. Certain people I just don't vibe with. But anyway, like I said, one of the best friends, and he probably don't even know this unless he's watching this video, I know now, that I ever had was this gay guy or whatever, and he was cool. He matched my energy. He was a true friend. Like I knew that if I called him, that he was gonna come. And the reason why we're not friends anymore is because like he was a person that can get along with anybody. Everybody liked him. He had like a real vibrant personality, the type of person I told you that when he get his money or get his check, he gonna go and call everybody and be like, I'm gonna take you out to eat. Or if you call him and say you're hungry, he'll do it or whatever. You need to go somewhere, he won't even ask you for gas unless he just is almost darn near on E. He was cool. He matched my energy. He thought just the way I thought. He acted just the way I acted or whatever. But it's just like in general, I feel like a lot of regret because I felt like I let the friendship go. Because number one, he didn't really like the guy I was with. And in a relationship, if a person, if I'm friends with a person and they don't really like my partner, it's not really too much gonna work out right because you don't want to hear that person like you don't want to see that person treating your partner funny, or you don't want to hear that person kind of like that's not for you or whatever. It kind of conflicts. That's why I'm a strong believer in now. I'm a believer in you don't tell people your personal relationship business because when you tell people your personal relationship business, it's like they're gonna always, even if you get back along with that person or get back cool with that person, they're gonna always have a launch in their mind what you told them about that person. That's why you don't get people involved in your business and just be running your mouth all the time and stuff like this. Sometimes it's good to just be quiet or whatever, because a lot of times when people tell certain things, they'll always tell the side of the story that makes them look good and they don't tell what they did, because if they really just go out and tell what they did, then they know how it would make them look. So I just want to say it. But in general, let me get back to what I was saying. Like he was a true friend. Like I felt like he was a friend that the heavens sent me or whatever. Just somebody you know you can trust, somebody you know ain't gonna dog you behind your back, somebody you know ain't gonna talk about you. And when he met one of my ex-boyfriends, he was like, I had never seen him react in a certain way to anybody like that. And it made me kind of feel uncomfortable. I was like, you shouldn't do that. Don't. I told him privately, don't do that or whatever. He was like, nah, this type of person, they'll say and do whatever they can to get whatever they want. I don't like them or whatever. But we never really sit and talked about him. It was just the reaction we were around. He's like, he didn't really engage with him, and he always engaged with people and stuff like this. So I was kind of like, I didn't like this. So I was like, I kind of slowly just didn't like the vibe. So I let go of my friend, which I shouldn't have did because he was a true ride or die or whatever. Now looking back, I'm like, dang, I let the wrong person go. I should have let the fraud person go. That's messy and gossip and stuff like that. And they talk about me now behind my back amongst a group of people, and I had this person back. So it's just like whatever. But anyway, a true friend is somebody you can count on. A true friend don't always have to give you everything you want all the time. But a true friend is, you know, somebody gonna be a ride or die for you and have your back. A true friend is somebody that you know that if y'all break up, whatever, they ain't gonna tell every single thing about you. They're not gonna sit around a group settings and talk about you and laugh about you, and they're not gonna let anybody talk about you. Like, it was like one of these little picture quotes that I saw on the internet. It had like Denzel Washington on there, and he was like, "Don't tell me what was said about me." He said, "Tell me why people felt so comfortable talking about me with you." Does that make any type of sense? Like, it's kind of like if people feel comfortable gossiping about a friend that's so-called your friend, then it's kind of like that was never really your friend in the first place, because something about you should be like, don't talk about that person like that and stuff like that. And we're all guilty. We are all guilty of repeating stuff. We're all guilty of engaging in gossip, like I said in my first video. But it's certain things that can be said or certain things can be done that can just show the overall character of a person or whatever, especially if you were in a friendship with a person that you had their back, whatever. Anybody turn on you like that, say from the jump. A true friend is going to support you. A true friend is going to tell you the truth about yourself, not what you want to hear. A true friend is going to be mutual, and they're going to tell you the truth. A true friend is going to be somebody that when the whole world is against you, that they're going to be the one standing with you. They can't be bent. They can't be bought. They won't switch teams. They're solid as a rock for you. A true friend is somebody, like they say in the Bible, that is willing to lay down their life for you. Even though that sounds extreme or whatever, but true friends are going to be solid. True friends you can count on. True friends, you don't have to sit up there and doubt and wonder what they're doing or whatever, wonder what they're saying behind your back. A true friend is solid as a rock. So that's all I wanted to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'm about to go. Talk to you later.